Hello, my name is Caesar Bell. I mean, to know that my mother's not around, is really difficult due to drugs, and to watch her be on drugs, and to watch her, not be around and know why she's not around and not know if she's alive or if she's gonna come back. You know, being on a constant roller coaster was really difficult as a child. To see that as a child and not to have support from my immediate family or any blood related family at all. Times that I needed a place to go because my mother wasn't there. Family members really, shut the door in my face. Except for my grandmother, my great grandmother. Who God rest her soul, was an angel in my life. But once she passed away, it was just me and my mother, and I solely had to rely on her. I didn't have a father. He wasn't around. One thing that was hard for me, that would that would probably be that moment that when I was a kid, and I didn't see my mother for a couple of days. She left with my grandmother, and we were walking outside. I think we was coming from the supermarket. I don't remember exactly. It was so long ago, but I remember seeing my mother from a distance, and I immediately let my grandmother's arm and hand go, and I was just running like full speed as fast as I could to get to my mother because I didn't see her and I didn't understand why I didn't see her or why I haven't I saw her for a few days, and I was just running screaming, mom, mom, mommy, mommy, and she ran from me, and I mean she ran from me and literally left me at the corner, and I just like froze. I stopped and I just started crying because I didn't understand. And then my grandmother came and she told me that things with my mother is not right now. And I just won't understand. And that was a really hard time in my life. And another part that was really difficult was I was a little older by then. I was about a teenager, and my mother had disappeared again. By now, I know what happens when she disappeared. I knew it was due to drugs or hospitalized or whatever the case may be. But I remember going to Marinelle, and when I was in that moment and upset, and Marinelle used to put me in the car, and she used to drive me all around to look for my mother. And I remember one time that Marinelle went into the crackhead house, where all the crackheads are, and she got my mother for me. But to see that, to see my mother still like that and still not right, it was really difficult for me. And a lot of my difficulties came from, not having my mother in my life and being abused by my aunt. That one time, my dad was. I have no. I don't have no. I have no history with my father. I don't know my father. I dislike him very much for everything he's done. Everything he's done to my mother. The kind of person he was. And even to this day, we still don't have a relationship. You know. Glory be to God. Sorry. uh, I grew up. Well, I'm not. Let me rephrase that. I didn't. I wasn't fully introduced into Christianity and Jesus and God until I was adopted by my foster parents. They were heavily into church. It still is heavily into church. But this was about 9 years old. 9 years old, I was starting to be introduced, and at this age, I was actually forced to go to church every Sunday, to the point where me and my brother used to actually try to fake sick on Sunday so we wouldn't go to church. But yeah, since 9 years old. YMO has definitely impacted my life greatly. I couldn't even put in enough words how much they impacted my life. YMO, being a child always on punishment. All right, let's get that straight. That was a way for me to get out the house and be productive and not be in trouble. And that was really the only way I can get out the house when I was a kid. Secondly, YMO gave me an opportunity to be on the basketball team. I think that was actually the first basketball team I was ever on, and it was with my boys. With my group of friends who I was really close with. They gave us the opportunity to play basketball, stay off the streets, and also get our spirit fed, because it wasn't just basketball and go and party and hang out. It was basketball, then we would get pizza after basketball, and we would pray, and we would even hear about church and Jesus and God and stuff like that. YMO impacted me in that way, athletically, gave me opportunities to exercise, but so much more than that. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even have finished high school if it wasn't for YMO. For the simple fact that Lutricia, who's a member at YMO, literally took hours out of her life daily to sit down with me and Trust and tutored us for science. Mind you, I took this biology class 4 times. 4 times and failed it every time. But when I sat down with Latricia and she dedicated that time for me, you know, I ended up walking out with a 98 for the Regents exams so I can graduate. Stuff like that was just so much of an impact in my life. And they did so much for me just as a child, or as a human being, period. There was a lot of times that I was, going down the wrong path and doing dumb stuff. And I would be able to call Marinelle or call Latricia or call Nancy, and they would guide me out of that trouble or help me out of that trouble. And I mean, this is not just as a child. I mean, as years went on, I graduated high school. I went to college. A college student, I didn't have money like that. So I remember they used to drive, and I used to go to college in Jersey. They used to pack up food in the car, drive all the way to Jersey, and give me groceries. I'm talking not groceries that last me a few days. I'm talking a couple of weeks. Like, I had pantries packed because of the food that they brought, and me and my roommates we'd be able to eat. And it was they've always done things for me. But to backtrack and to explain more how they impacted my childhood, I mean, we used to have movie nights. We used to have water fights, manhunt, scavenger hunts. I mean, we did so much things as a unit that it was like another family. And such, I didn't have my mother. I had like 3 mothers, and it was just amazing. It was a beautiful thing. And I mean, without YMO, honestly, I don't know where I would have been at as a child or as an adult now. I probably wouldn't even pass high school when I needed to. So, I thank YMO so much for that. All right, for my accomplishments, I I was able to accomplish a lot coming from what I could have been. Thanks to God and thanks to YMO. I was able to graduate high school. I was able to go away to college in a different state to gain a different experience, meet different people, great people that are still today in my life right now. Are as close as can be. I was also able to take time away from school and sign up in the military. Been in the military for 6 years now. Was able to receive different type of awards. Was able to have a chance to be and meet much different diversity of people from different backgrounds. Was able to learn from them. Be able to learn from you know, mature individuals who showed me a lot from being in the military. After leaving the military or after leaving my training and bases, I come back home to start a new life with a new career in, to be able to go back into college and this chance to finish up finally with my bachelor's degree, you know, to be able to meet a beautiful woman in my life who I got married to, bling bling. And we're going on our second year. So I'm just grateful for everything. And that all ties into God and YMO, for all the things that they did for me and all the things that they poured into me. So I thank them. I thank you. I thank them. Phew. Sad to say, I gotta be honest. Have I stayed in YMO like I should have? No. I stay in close contact with all the members from YMO. It's like a family, like I said before, and it's nothing that I can ever walk away from. Once YMO, always YMO. But I didn't give back like I should have, and I didn't. I don't volunteer my time like I should. Unfortunately, it's an upstate program, and I live in the city. but I still keep very close contact. You know, I still try to make it up there for church, you know, at least once a month, or at least going to. But I mean, anything that they ever need, or if they ever ask me for anything, I will always be there. Because you know, without YMO, I don't know where I would have been at. So I'm very grateful for that, and I hope to soon come back and be more involved in YMO. So thank you for that. For future investment in YMO, I mean that's really honestly sky's the limit. Honestly, when I do finish with my bachelor's degree, when I finish school with my bachelor's degree, and it's which is going to be in computer science, I want to use that knowledge to spread the word about YMO. And because I want people, I want the youth, not from just the inner city of Poughkeepsie, but you know, all around different areas, to understand and see what's happening with YMO, and if possibly they can start their YMO, you know, in their area. But I want to use my knowledge with computers and social media networks and programming and web development. I want to use that experience to spread the word of YMO, so everyone else can see, you know, the impact that they had on our lives, my life, you know, many other, you know, youths that's been involved in YMO. So I want to use that and invest that into YMO. What would I say to anyone watching this that is a young adult or a child? I would say you're in a good place if you're watching this. You're either at the website, which is really good, or you're at Bible study right now on Friday. And I'm telling you right now, I was in that same spot, that same seat, or that same floor you're standing on. And I thought that there was no place to go. I thought it was the end. I thought, you know, there's no escaping or moving forward from the life that you see right there. But it's not true. With YMO, it'll never be true. Sky's the limit when you're with YMO. When you have that many people around you who love you and who care for you and who's willing to give you everything you need to be successful, there's no way in the world you'll fail. And the simple fact that God is in your life and that they teach you to trust in God, that I promise you, if you follow their footsteps and you follow God's footsteps, that you can do anything that you put your mind to. And honestly, I would say just whatever dreams you have, follow them. Stay focused. You know, don't fall into the trap of being cool. So you want to follow gangs and you want to do what is considered the cool thing when it can hamper you or harm you. The only person that can judge you is God. And the only person that matters if you're cool or not is yourself. So I would say follow your dreams. Surround yourself around people who love you like YMO, people who care for you like YMO, and you'll see a lot of changes in your life. I love you, Mir. I love you, Lulu. I love you, Nancy. I love you, YMO. Uh, Thanks for everything. You know, I'm glad that you guys asked me to do this video.